Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to have some more season ticket tournament action. The 1955 Championship Series is underway. This is game two. Detroit won the first game 8-5. This is the best of seven. We are in the Polo Grounds for the first. They got the reason they got the home field advantage was because they scored more runs during the playoffs. That's how I just opted to do it. So let's get down here to the stadium and see what's going on. As you can see, we got Sal Magley on the mound for the Giants today. During the regular season, he was 9-5 with the 3.75 ERA. Leading off for Detroit today is the shortstop, Harvey Keene. 170. 170. And there's a base hit to center. Starts it right off the bat. Tigers saying they want to take this to get a two-game advantage to take it home to Detroit. So here comes Freddie Hatfield playing second base. 499, 499 against a righty. He's going deep to right. There is no yeah, there is. Let me check here. Because of the wind blowing out. It's a +1 and the power number. His power is 4, so we're going to give him the +1 as 5. Then we're going to roll these two dice here. And we're going to check. See deep to right. 13 and 5 is 18 deep to right, and that baby is gone. Hatfield puts him up 2-0 after two batters. Wow. Okay, that brings up Mr. Detroit LK line. Okay, we got 597. We're checking their right fielder. It's Don Mueller. So we're going looking at 597, and that is a double down the line for Mueller there, the K line, but for K line, they are just clobbering him right now, folks. And here comes Ray Boone, third baseman, batting cleanup today. And we got 480. Wow, another big one. 480, and that's a fly out the center, and I think this guy is going to advance. Let me double check on that one. And he did. It was a deep fly out the center. One out. Runner on third now for Bill Tuttle, the center fielder for the Tigers. Wow, 498. I get these, what's going on with these big numbers? 498. Oh, he struck him out. Wow. And here comes Errol Torgerson, the first baseman. 409. 409. And he draws the walk. We got runners on the corners with two outs for Charlie Maxwell. Magley wanting to get out of this without any more damage. 362. 362, 362, and there's a line out to short. And we didn't do this. They had 3 hits, scored 2 runs, and they stranded 2. And so Magley does get out of it without any more damage. The mound for Detroit today is Steve Gromek. Steve was 13-10 on the season, 3.98 ERA. And leading off for the Giants is their shortstop, Al Dark. 560. We're looking at their shortstop. That shortstop is Mr. Harvey Keene. We're looking at Keene's card, 560, and that is a ground out to short, 6-3. Here comes Dusty Rhodes getting to play today. He's playing left field. 358, 358, 358. He beats out and then there's a slow roller down the third, fires it over, but too late. Rhodes beats out the infield single, gets an infield single. Here's Willie Mays, who's pretty quiet in game number one, folks. 526. We're looking at the catcher. That's Red Wilson. 526. And he draws a walk. He wasn't able to frame it. Here comes the Giants. First and second, one out. Mays with a good eye down there. And here comes their cleanup hitter, their third baseman, Hank Thompson. Shortstop's leading off, third baseman's hitting a cleanup today for both teams. 478, and that's a line out the third. He's a righty. It's a all three. I gotta check a net there. That was a hard liner to the first baseman who fires over to the shortstop covering second, and they doubled him off on there. So we're gonna go 3-6-3 or 3-6 DP. I got one hit. No runs, stranded one. Big defensive play right there. Puts that threat that was starting to a stop. Okay, here we go with Maglio back on the mound, facing Red Wilson, the catcher. 461. I really got the big ones going on again. And that's a base hit to center, starting it off. And they're going to have Gromack attempt a bunt. Okay, Gromack is a four bunter. We're going to roll these here, add it to that. 4, then we got 10, 16, 20. And that's a good sack. The batter is out. The runner advances. And it's a good sack bunt. Okay, that was the pitcher, Harvey Keene. Runner in scoring position, one out here in the top of the second. Detroit looking to add on. Okay, we got 579. We're going to look at their left fielder, and that's Rhodes. Okay, we're looking for 579. 579. Yeah. That's a base hit plus an R. I'm going to check on this one too. We do have a base hit. Okay, that's a base hit by Keene. We're not going to challenge the arm. He's only going to go over to third. There's only one out. They want to take a chance. Here's Hatfield, one deep, his first time up. Got two guys in scoring position on the corners, waiting for him to drive him in. 276. Oh, he's going deep left this time. Oh, and his power is a 4, so it's going to be +1 is a 5. 14 to left, 14 to left, 14 to left, and that baby is gone. Wow. Freddie Hatfield with the power bat today. That's 5 RBIs and 2 times at bat, 2 home runs. I'm seeming to be, in the games I play lately, I'm seeming to get multiple home runs by the same batters, and that's 3 more. Okay. Here comes K-Line. Still only one out here. 211. 211. Struck him out. 2 down for Ray Boone. Ray Boone flew out to center his first time. 340. There's a pop out to the first baseman. But they had 3 hits. Scored 3. Stranded none. Tigers are off and running here on Maglio, folks. You're going to get pulled out of the game quickly at this rate. Okay, Gromack feeling pretty comfortable. Doesn't want to get too relaxed, though. He knows this Giant team is pretty powerful. Here's Davey Williams leading off here. No, he's not. Well, he was the last out. And here's Whitey Lockman. Bottom of the second, 5-0 already. Wow. Okay, we got 690 plus 5 since they're the home. We're looking up there to make it a 695 on that chart up there. And he draws the walk. Wait a minute. Yep, draws the walk. He says that's what we need is base runners, gang. Don Mueller. 570, checking the left fielder for the Tigers. That is what's his name? Charlie Maxwell. And it's a 572. 572. That's a fly out the left. There is not a runner on third, so that won't come into play. So it's just a fly out the left. Okay. I seem to have the cards mixed up here. Timeout. Here we go. Bobby Hoffman at the plate. One out, one on. 485. 485, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. That's the second inning in a row. They turned a double play to give the pitcher some help. Detroit turning it on. They had no runs, no hits, no runs, and stranded nobody. And we are going to the top of the third. And Maglio shut them down for once. Top of the third, Bill Tuttle. 476. 476, there's a fly out to center. There's Torgerson. Drew a walk his first time up there today. 123. Makes it a 323. So we're going to 323. 323, and there's a fly out to right. And Charlie Maxwell. Charlie lined out hard to the shortstop. 264. 264, and Charlie is going deep to left. Wow. He's got a 9, so that makes it a 10 with the wind. That's 19 to left. That baby is gone. Maxwell puts another one in the seats. Tigers showing their power this game. Okay, and here we go. Red Wilson, the catcher, 2 outs. 670. 670. And that is a ground ball to short. Picks it up, fires it over, and that's 3. Okay. 1 hit, 1 run, nobody stranded. Okay, Gromack back on the mound. You know, they're gonna pull Maglio. Well, I'm exactly. Monte Irvin has a bat, and he's coming up to bat for Maglio here in the bottom of the third. They hate to pull the starter this early, but they're down 6. This is a really important game. They hate with it. I hate to lose this one. And here they go. Monte Irvin. 296. Monte is going deep, and he's a righty, so he's going deep going to the left. He's got a power of 1 though, so that's going to give him a +2 because of the wind. Oh, and he got 16 +2 is 18. And Monte Irvin just hit a pinch hit home run to the left field seats with that wind blowing out. Giant fans loving that one. Mark that so we remember. We'll give Monte Irvin now. And so Gromack got a little bit too relaxed there. Here comes Al Dark, top of the order. And there's a fly out to right. I marked that in the wrong inning too. Let's correct this. I don't know what I was looking at. Hatfield is the second baseman anyway, and it's a 540, and it's a 4.63 DP, but it's not. So it's just 4.43. And here comes the Say Hey Kid, Willie. Drew a walk his first time. Pretty happy saw Irvin hit that ball out. 496. That's going to be 496, and that's a deep fly out to center. And Willie is out of there. But the Giants got on the board. One hit, one run, nobody stranded. Gromek makes it through 3. His stamina is 6. Talk about stamina a little bit later. Now on the mound for the Giants is Paul Giel. He's got 2 stamina as a relief pitcher, and he's facing the pitcher Gromek. Top of the 4th here. 549. Second baseman Davey Williams. 549, and that's an error on the second baseman E4. That brings up the top of the order. Oh, that was Gromek pitching card. Never mind. What am I doing here? Harvey Keene. Trying to get myself confused there, gang. Have a good laugh on that. See the old man get flustered a little bit. Nobody out. One on. 504. This is a rare play. Let's get the rare play book out. Gotta have one of. Okay, we got the chart with the less than 2 outs with a runner on first. And here we go. And I'll read it to you. It's 355. Okay, it's a 6-4, E4. We got a bunch of stuff. Ground ball to short. The runner on first is forced out at second base. The second baseman commits a throwing error trying to complete the double play. The batter advances to second. Catcher fields the overthrow. Okay, so the batter's going to get a single. Oh no, there's going to be a fielder's choice and then an error. And so we got this guy. He's going to be out on the fielder's choice, and he's going to get the fielder's choice. Then he's going to be moving up here on another E4. Wow, so two errors by the second baseman in the same inning. All right, here we go. Mr. Power Man, Mr. Freddie Hatfield with 2 home runs already. 153. And he draws the walk. We got runners on first and second now with 1 out. Al Kaline. Al's 1 for 2, doubled and struck out. 170. 170. And he draws the walk, and the bases are now loaded. Paul Giel. Giel having a little bit of a problem here. More than a little bit. Because Ray Boone is up with the bases loaded and only 1 out, and the Tigers looking to really blow it. 488. 488, and that's a fly out the center and a runner on second and third. So we're going to get a sac fly here. And we're going to get a sac fly by Boone. He's going to advance, and he's going to advance. So Boone's getting an RBI. Okay, we got runners on the corners now with 2 outs. For Bill Tuttle. 466. That's a ripple by Tuttle down and way into the gap. This is just unbelievable, folks. This is a crazy, crazy game. You're seeing it right here. The Polo fans in the Polo Grounds are just dismayed at what is going on here. Yeah. 478. And there's a ground ball. The first, he's going to pick it up, toss it to the pitcher covering. And so they had, so we got here, they only had 1 hit. They scored 3 runs. They stranded 1. Oh, wow. What an inning, huh? What an inning. That now makes it 9-1. Okay, got Gromeg back out there. Bottom of the fourth. Hank Thompson leading off. The dice have really gone Detroit's way this game. 5:30 on. They're looking at not Whitey Lockman, Torgerson. Okay, we look at 5:38. 5:38, and there's a base hit gets through in the right. The Hank Thompson says, let's not give up. They can score that many that quick, so can we. There's Davy Williams. 455, 455 right here, and that's 46. So that is going to be a fielder's choice. Whitey Lock. Second baseman. Second baseman is getting a workout here. This is Hatfield. And it's 549, 549, and that's an error on the second baseman. Second basemans are having a real problem right now. E4. That's the third error in this inning by different second basemen. Okay, here comes Don Mueller. First and second, one out. Boy, they sure would like to get some runs in here. 245, 245, and that's a fly out. He is a right. No, he's a lefty. That's deep to center. There it is right there. 245, 245. He's a lefty. It's a deep to center. Mueller's power is a 3, so he's going to turn that into a 4 because of the wind. And 8 is 12. And that's a fly out to left. Deep fly out. Runners hold. And Bobby Hoffman. 445, 445. And that's a ground ball short. Picks it up, fires it over. That's 3. They had one hit and no runs, and they stranded 2. Okay. Paul Giel coming back out there again. It's the top of the 5th. He says, come on, hold him. We got to get this inning, get this inning out of the way, and we'll get you out of there, Paul. Okay, leading off Charlie Maxwell. Charlie one deep his last time up. 251. There's a ground ball. Second picks it up. They didn't without fumbling it, throws it over. There's one out. Here's Red Wilson. 5. We're looking at the pitchers. 515. 515. And there's a base hit gets through in the center. Okay, they got a lot of runs. They're going to let one of the cards just disappeared. 9-1 lead is one out. They're going to let Gromeg bat this time instead of he got on an error last time. Okay, what do we got? 285 or 287. And he hit this ball hard. Gromeg did. We're going to have to check his power there because 287 versus a righty. He's going deep to center. His power is 0. So we're going to add 1 to it. 17. Look out. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. That baby is gone by the pitcher, Gromeg. Everybody's getting into this power scene for the Tigers today. Crazy. Never seen a game like this before, folks. What about you? Put some comments down there. How do these dice do this stuff? Okay, here comes Harvey Keene. One out, nobody on now because they just drove in 2 more. Let's see, Giel. He's let up 5, so he's not there yet. He's going to be out after this inning. 6:56. And there's a ground ball to second, picked up, fired over 4-3. And here comes Freddie Hatfield. 2 homers and block. 479. 479, and there's a triple for him. What a game he is having. Okay, K-Line says, let's add another one this inning. Let's get another one. Fans back in Detroit are going crazy. 104. Makes it a 304. Makes it a 304. Struck him out. Okay. 1, 2, 3 hits. Scored 2 runs and stranded 1. Bullpen's active. Pinch hitter's getting ready to come in. Okay, Gromack back out under the mound. Wayne Twirliger has got a bat. He's coming up here to hit for the pitcher Gile in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2. 2-2, and there's a ground ball. 6-3. Eldark. 387. 387, and there's a ground ball to short. 6-3. And Dusty Rhodes. 270. 270. Going deep again. This is against the lefty. Dusty is going deep to right. Dusty Rhodes has got a 6, so that's going to give him a 7 to add on to this. Oh, and that's gone. 27. Dusty Rhodes puts it in the seats. Homer, the ball has just been flying out of this stadium today. I try to find. I played that these are 10s in the season ticket. If I'm wrong, let me know about that. Let me know if it's a 0 because it could make a big difference in future games. So Dusty Rhodes gets a run back here for the Giants, and here's Willie Mays. Fans are really hoping that Willie starts hitting this ball because they're going to have have to be a big comeback in this series. Okay, 587. They're looking at Bill Tuttle, the center fielder. 587, and there's a double. Nobody on, so that's going to have some. Mays finally gets a hold of the pitch. And here comes Hank Thompson. Runner on second, 2 down. 117. He struck him out. But they had 2 hits. They scored 1 run and stranded 1. Hey, the new pitcher for the Giants here in the top of the 6 is Don Little. So how we can do this up here. He's facing Ray Boone. 207, 207. That makes it a 407. We're going up here to 407, and he is a lefty. So he drew the walk. Ray says, let's get some more. Bill Tuttle. Tuttle hit a triple his last time up. 462, 462 right here, and that is a double. The right field versus the lefty. The run's just going to go to second to third. Now they're hitting that. Every pitcher that comes in is getting plastered by this Tiger team today. .472, boy, oh boy, 472, and here's another double, and they both score this time. And Torgerson drives in 2 more runs. This is kind of crazy, folks. Kind of crazy. Okay, here we go, Charlie Maxwell. 441. I got these numbers going, and he flies out to right, and the runner advances to third. We've got a runner out there on third with one out. Red Wilson. 5:22, looking at their catcher. It's Bobby Hoffman. 5 cents. So we're gonna be catcher. We're looking at the range. The blue die is equal or lower. He is out of there. We're gonna turn the runner will hold. We'll turn it to 2-3. And Steve Gromack coming to the plate again. Hit a home run his last time up. Go figure that one out. Here we go. 603. Up there, 603 struck him out. Okay, they had 2 hits. 2 hits. They scored 2 runs and they stranded 1. This is now 7, 8, 13 to 1. Okay, Gromack is now past his 6, which that's his stamina. That means now anytime anybody gets on base, I'm going to be blocking one of these blocks down here, and that's going to add 10 to their powers for the for this the 600 charts. Okay, here we go. Gromack back out on the mound, and Davy Williams. Where's that at? There he is up there. Davy Williams. And it's the bottom of the 6th. Oh no, he's not there yet because he's got a 6 stamina. We're in the bottom of the 6th. He hasn't pitched it yet. There we go. 431. 431. 431. It's a ground ball to second. Picked up, fired over to first. 1 out. Whitey Lockman. 291. 291. He is going deep. And he's going deep to left. Whitey Lockman's a power of 5, so he's going to be a 6 because of the wind. 6, and that's 15. And going deep to left on the 15, and that is gone. Whitey Lockman says, "Here's another run for us." I can't believe the amount of home runs I hit this time, this game so far. It's not over yet. Crazy. Okay, Don Mueller. 1. And it was an 8, so we're going to be looking at 180. 180, and there's a base hit to right. Giants said, "We can do this. We can actually do this." Here comes the catcher, Hoffman. Bullpen's active. 157. That's a routine fly out to left. And the pinch hitter's coming in. Pinch hitter Sid Gordman is at the plate. There is 2 outs and a runner on first. 697. They're looking at the right fielder. That's Al Kaline. No, we're not. 690. 690. I don't know what I'm thinking here. This is a 690, 696, 8 up on the chart up there. 698. And he draws the walk. +5. Okay. Yeah, 698, but he's at home. That's right. So that makes it 703. 703. He's going deep to center, folks. Look at this one. He's got a power rating of 7. So that's going to take it out. That's an 8. 8. 14 to center. 14 to center. And that is just a long, deep fly out in the Polo Grounds. Wow. And that's 3. They had 2 hits. And they scored 1. And they stranded 1. So Gordon hit it, but hit it to the wrong part of this stadium. Okay, now on the mound for start the seventh for is Al Corwin for the Giants. Okay, and he's facing the leadoff hitter, Harvey Keene. 469. There's a base hit. Let's see, he's a righty. So 469, that's a base hit to center. These Tiger guys hitting every pitcher. There ain't no pitcher having any success against these guys today. Here's Hatfield having a big day. 2 home runs, a triple, and a walk. 661. 661. And it's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-3 or 4-6. Here's K-Line. Al struck out his last time up there. 141. And he draws the walk. No, we have runners on first and second for Ray Boone. Ray Boone walked his last time up. Got an RBI with a sac fly. 361. And it's a 5-4-3 double play. They finally help out. The Giants helped themselves up with some defense. Okay. They had one hit and stranded, no runs, stranded one. Corwin does a job, and now he's going to be in that plus 10 thing because he's only a 1. But they got to get some innings. And here's Gromek. Now he's going to be in his plus 10 because this is the 7. And L. Dark's leadoff hitter. Bottom of the 7th. 651 up on the chart. 651. There's a ground ball to first. Picked it up, fires, tosses it over to the pitcher cover. And there's the 1 out. Dusty Rhodes. Dusty hit a home run his last time up. 5-5-5. Okay, we're looking at the third baseman. Probably something with triples that I don't remember. So if there is anything, let me know. 5-5-5, and that's a ground ball to third. Picked up by Ray Boone, fired over, 2 down. And Willie. Double his last time up, but got stranded. 625 plus 5. That makes it a 630. Because there's the home team, and there's just a pop out to short. 0-0-0. Romack. Wanting to pitch a complete game. Okay, we got Corwin back on the round. He's in trouble with the guy's getting on at starting this inning, and he's facing Bill Tuttle. Tuttle is 2 for 4. He's hit a triple and a double. 274. 274 versus a righty, and that's just a fly out the right. Torgerson. Torgerson is 1 for 3. He's doubled, walked, drove in a couple of runs. 469 versus the righty. And there's a base hit to center. This guy's okay. So now that means he gets one of these. This is a Corwin, which will add 10 to the 600 chart up there if they get. Okay, I usually let it go about 30, then I pull it. Charlie Maxwell. 486. 486, and Charlie is going to go a deep fly out to center. And Red Wilson. 419. 419. There's a ground ball short. 6-3. Okay, they had one hit. They scored none. They stranded one. Corwin's doing his job, even though he's getting a little tired. And here we go into the top of the ninth. Oh, sorry, bottom of the eighth. Getting ahead of myself here. We got Hank Thompson coming to the plate. Hank is 1 for 3 so far in the game. 286. 286. He is going deep to right. And his power is a 6, so this should be gone. I'm guessing so. They'll make it a 7 added onto this. Oh, yeah, 22. That is way out of here in right field. And there's another home run. Wow. Has anybody ever hit this many home runs in season ticket? I don't remember doing it. Let me know. Put some remarks down there. They ain't getting back though. Just piddling around with this one at a time. There's Davy Williams. Oh, Gromek does get one of those. Okay. Okay. We got 164. 164, and there's a ground ball. The first baseman picks it up, tosses it to the pitcher cover, and then it's 1 out. Whitey Lockman. 377. 36. It's going to be we'll just make it 3-1. There's nobody on first. And Don Mueller. 424. It's a ground ball second, picks it up, fires it over. 4-3. And they had 1 hit. They scored 1 run. They stranded nobody. And we're going to the top of the ninth. Game's over. I'll do a quick timeout, and I'll come back and talk to you about the game and about the tournament. We are in the top of the ninth. Corwin's in his 3rd inning of work. He's done a good job so far. He hasn't let up a run. He's the only guy that hasn't let up a run for these guys. And he's facing the pitcher, Gromek. Gromek is homered. 6-10. Not this time, no. There's a ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly, thrown over. Harvey King. 498. Uh-oh. 498, and we are going. Is he a righty? He is a righty. Struck him out. Get some swinging out of it. He was swinging for the fences, but he missed the ball. Here's Hatfield, who's had a great day. With hockey, he'd be getting the first star. 341. That's a fly out to left, and that is it for the top of the ninth. 0-0-0. Bottom of the ninth. Here we go. We're going to have Bobby Hoffman, the catcher, facing Gromek. Hoffman's is going to be right here. And then we'll have a pinch hitter. 574. And they're looking at the left fielder. That is Charlie Maxwell. 574, 574, and that's a fly out the left. Okay, here comes the pinch hitter. Yeah, pinch hitter is Gale Harris. Got a little pop. Maybe he'll do another one. 187. 187. And there's a bloop single to left. Gale Harris comes through with a pinch hit. That adds another one onto here. That's 20 of them. Comes Al Dart. 1 out, 1 on. This would be the greatest comeback in history that they scored that many runs in the ninth to be able to come back. Okay, here we go. Al Dart. 392. 392. And that's an error, a 2-base error on the third baseman. Wow, so we're going to go 2. He's going to go E5. We got runners at second and third. A little excitement for the Giant fans here. They haven't had a lot of that. Here's Dusty Rhodes. 386. 386. This is 4-6. So because it's 4-6, I am going to score this guy here because it's on the other side of the field. Okay, he's going to go here. He's going to score. This guy's going to go over here. This guy's going to be out. 4-3. And so we'll give him the RBI. That's Dusty's second of the game. Here's Willie Mays with 2 outs. Fans have left. The stadium's almost empty. 2-14. 2-14. And we got a ground ball at second. That is the ball game. 3 outs. Timeout. Be right back. Okay. The Tigers scored 13 wins on 15 hits. They stranded 7. Sal Maglio got the loss for the Giants. The Giants scored 5 runs on 9 hits. They stranded 6. Steve Gromek went the distance and got the win for the Tigers. Tigers are now 2-0 in the series, and the series is traveling to Detroit for games 3, 4, and 5 if necessary. So I hope to see you soon on this one. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about all those home runs that got hit. That was kind of funny. SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.